Welcome to another live stream here, maybe from the most beautiful city in the Middle East, the New York of the Middle East, Dubai. And I'm so happy, guys, that you made it. Let's put the bull here because the question of the day is why the markets are not crashing, right? We have so many bad news out there and it seems the market doesn't care. And some of you guys don't know why, and sometimes it's also for me a little bit questionable. But today I really deep dived into some opinions, into some data, and all about it. I will explain it as simple as possible, as always, here in this live stream, because I think it's so important to understand the current situation, because it's your money, right? And we want to make more of it, and also we want to make sure that we understand the market, because there's something that you always have to remember. The market is always right. It's sometimes ahead of reality, and it's a mirror of the future, but it's always right. So this is the important thing to understand here. So people are asking sometimes, why I betted on this and this product, or I bought this and this stock and it went the other direction. Well, there are some reasons for that. And sometimes it's a little bit harder to understand because there's so many millions of people trading from all around the world on the stock market every single day. And it's obviously so hard to understand why something going where and what and so on. But today we have as always, a lot of answers to your questions. So stay tuned. Make sure to thumb up this live stream. This always helps when you do it directly in the beginning. I want to have a lot of thumbs up. This is helping to grow the community. And talking about growing the economy, growing the economy and the community, I want to present you two brand new members here on this channel. It is the Tech Freaks, and he is joining the Ultimate Wolf Diamond Club, and also Mohammed Mukhal, I hope I spelled or pronounced it right, is also joining the Ultimate Wolf, which is, the one-on-one with me, the access to the Discord, guys. If you want to have the Discord link, just go to I think it's the community section on my channel, and then you will find a post with the link. Let me know if you find it, and then you can join our Discord channel. And if for you guys who are new here, first of all, you need to subscribe. This is totally a huge benefit for nothing, and be always informed when I'm posting a new live stream, which I make 2 times per day, in the morning and almost when the market are closing. And I do also a daily vlog. So 3 pieces of content every single day since the inception of this channel. So where do you get so much interesting content? And it's also high quality content, guys. If you compare it to my peers, it's if you look through the pics and whatever value that you can take out of it. And if you got inspired by the content, I'm super, super happy, because this is the mission. And for those who are interested into more than that, the 3 pieces of content every single day, we have basically the membership Wolf of Dubai. Just press the join button below the videos and live streams, and you will get all the information. You will support the channel and also get access to much, much more than just this free content here on YouTube. So enough said. I think we can directly dive into the comments and look, where are you guys from, because this is so important for me to understand from where you guys from, where you're watching, and so on and so forth. So I directly dive in. So we have people asking for talking about space, has a big movement. We will definitely dive into that. We will talk about some other stocks and of course the overall market. Then we have the tech freaks saying hello from Germany. That's amazing, guys. We have Virginia, we have Nashville, we have a lot of Spanish speaking people. We have UK, we have Hugo, our other member, which is watching every single day, also from Lisbon. We have Mario from London. We have, let me see, DRK asking if the studio color is red. Shouldn't be green. I mean, what's now the markets like? Let me just have a look. Oh, indeed, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones is positive. You know, this is how my watch list look like. It's all red, so I had to scroll down. And obviously, yes, you are totally right. We need to change this light, obviously, to green. And let me have a look back into the comments. So we have people from Amsterdam here, New Jersey, New York City. We have Atlanta here, UK, Las Vegas, Luxembourg, Catalonia, and Brooklyn, New York, baby. Fantastic. Thank you very much for tuning in. And so the topic is really to understand the markets, because the markets can be quite confusingly sometimes, right? And I believe that something to, let me just, I just have to adjust for you guys the sound, so we will be all set. Okay, so we should be now all set. So the markets are sometimes very confusing, especially if it goes in the other direction that you want. Okay, so sometimes we want to be long and the market goes down, and we want it to go up. So sometimes it's very confusing and frustrating. So it's important to understand which forces can pull the markets and which forces has the upper hand. And I think I have a nice example here today, which will really explain to you why we might not see crashing markets. Because you're rightly saying, you know, what's that? The markets should go really down because so much bad things are happening. And then you see Apple at all-time high and minus 0.13%, which is absolutely insane, right? Well, there's an explanation for that. So here is just my watch list that, you know, for some stocks that I invested in, for some stocks that I want to buy in or currently shorting or buying or whatsoever. But you can see here, space stock went down today quite significantly, which was for me a quite interesting opportunity to buy. So I bought around 350 pieces at around $16. That's about $5,600 or something. Okay, so this is quite the shopping spree that I found interesting, because the vision for my space stock here didn't change. It also didn't alternate. There is no bad news. There is just normal volatility. And you have to understand something. In this kind of growth stocks, is it space? Is it Beyond Meat? Is it Tesla? those growth stocks are very volatile, okay? So if you're believing in the mission, if you're believing in the product, if you're believing in the management team, that those days are the days that you potentially can load up some discounted stocks. And therefore, I believe that there is nothing that I'm not worried at all. I was happy that I could buy more for less. If you're going into a supermarket, you going for the discounted one, right? You don't go there and buy your things or your items that you want to have for the regular price or even overvalued price, yeah, right? And the same applies obviously to stocks. And exactly those purchases and with a little bit of reasoning, I disclose in my Discord chat group for those who want to join as members. So let's dive further. So we have currently very big riots in US, okay? So people are demonstrating. There are one more thing. I think I need to talk to some of you guys, especially some of you that are negative people, okay? Because I see few negative people out there, which is like 2% or 1% of my people that are watching the content. Obviously, you know, they are in bad mood or whatsoever. First of all, I want to say, guys, I'm a very optimistic and positive person, okay? So this negative energy don't get to me at all, guys, okay? So don't even try, or those out there are giving just empower me to my opinion. And I really look into those people that I could inspire over the 1 year, almost 1 year on YouTube. And there's so much to come. As you know, the vision of this channel, of this community, is to become stock investing channel #1 worldwide. I know we are still in the beginning, but we have the potential out here with you out there, and on the way we make a lot of money, right? So that's the goal, that's our mission, guys. We are wolves, and we are getting to get what we deserve, guys, okay? With a lot of research that we put in together, that we have the vision, guys. I'm really happy to have done this step, to do this YouTube channel and find so many interesting people here. So I'm super happy to follow this path for us, okay, as a wolf pack. So let's have a look. One more thing. So I heard the same comments. It's like a deja vu, guys, okay? When I was buying and saying out loud in my old YouTube videos, and you will see, you know, I said, you know, I'm buying at 220, I'm buying at 180, I'm buying at 250, and people were like, are you crazy? The Model 3 will never work. The Model S and X are dying. Elon Musk is a crazy maniac, and so on, and you just want to dump and pump the stock. First of all, I don't have the financial power to dump this kind of companies, right? These are multi-billion-dollar companies with a huge amount of volume. So those comments are directly, you know, in the category of very unknown, non-educated people. But on the other side, it's just so funny that it's always the same, you know, it seems to repeat itself. And, you know, if this is somehow of a pattern, then I'm very happy, because, you know, I'm putting a lot of time into studying companies, and if I'm quite sure, then I'm sharing it with you, and I want you to understand the mentality so you can pick for your stocks. And you know, I'm looking into very successful people, I'm looking into very innovative companies and people as well. So this is the overall strategy that I'm following. And obviously I'm looking into growth companies, because with cheap money and this kind of economy that we have in, growth companies are the clear winner, okay? Yeah, so this is the 2 cents to that. I hope you understand, and we are on one page here. However, here are the scenes that we are seeing in the TV everywhere worldwide, guys, okay? We are having lots and lots of riots everywhere, very much protest and so on. So people are thinking, you know, I thought the same. I thought like, wow, this situation will somehow impact the stock market, or China said to governmental companies, hey, they are reducing the soybeans purchase from US companies. Wow, this will be a trigger. But nothing, guys. Okay? And this has a very systematic reason. However, let's continue. So we have that. Then we have people unemployed so much. As you can see this graphic, this is not even a hockey stick, this is a wall, guys. Okay, so it's like directly, it's, you know how does it looks like the SpaceX Crew Dragon launch. Like seriously, it looks like the Crew Dragon launch. Like there's like nothing, and then the rocket goes straight to the moon. And this is the unemployment insurance weekly claims report. Okay, so today is Tuesday, right? Yeah, today is Tuesday, so we should have this report in 2 days' time and see what this is. But you know, it's expected to have more and more people unemployed in this situation. It's especially the low wages or low skill jobs like waiters or whatsoever are directly jobless because the restaurants cannot hold them on payroll, and therefore I believe that's the total normal thing. And you see that the average wage is going actually up because, guys, if you are thinking, hey, why the average wage is going up when everybody is losing their job and getting pay cuts and so on, why the pay rates average get up? Because we have less people employed, and those less people have more salary, and the people that are staying in their job has bigger salaries, so the average wage is actually up. So this is important to understand if you're looking into this chart, and don't think, you know, hey, he was talking about unemployment. And on the other side, you have to understand also that those are real economic problems, okay? So those are really uncertain times with the unemployment, because this can lead to a long-term problem for the economy, obviously, because people are not spending. People are using this to an excuse or reasoning to save money. So we have like a deflationary explanation for the effect on the currency as well. And then you have to also understand that this is something that is currently stimulated, but this is in a second, guys. This is also very important. So this is the base model. And so the people seeing this in the TV, and you know, me included, as I said again, but you know, things are getting more clear with time, right? With understanding this circumstances. So people are asking, where is the stock market and why it's so far away from the reality? And as I said again in the very beginning, the stock market is always right. Why is the stock market currently right? And I think the best possible explanation currently is the following. Imagine a poker game. And the people who are sitting on the table are the current stockholders. And the stockholders and stock investors are sitting in this table and placing bets. And if they seeing, oh, it's not going right, or I don't know, it seems I'm not going so well right now, they are not betting that much, or they are cashing out, right? What happens currently with the US economy is that imagine you have a friend next to you that has a chip manufacturing gadget on their lap, and every single time it's giving you chips, okay? So you don't care if you lose, right? You think like, if it's going bad, I just get more chips, and there is enough liquidity into the market. And we know this funny GIF here that represents the Jerome Powell in the Federal Reserve Bank headquarters and printing enough money to stabilize the economy. And this is actually happening, guys. So in various dimensions. So think about the Federal Reserve. Every time, if we are looking back into the last couple of weeks, every time there was a huge dip into the market, the Fed came out and said, we are increasing the liquidity into the market. Then things got more worse. They said, it doesn't matter. We are having enough tools to support the market. The amount is unlimited. So I don't know if we have gamers out there, right? If you're playing a video game and you are just putting in a cheat code and you have like unlimited ammo or unlimited health, this is, what's currently going on. And then you have to understand, okay, from a view of an investor, is it the retail investor, a smart retail investor, or a big investor? And he thinks, wait, so the Federal Reserve, the government, don't have any moral obstacles to put more and more money into the system because this enemy, the health crisis, is something that no one, like bad banks or bad behavior or something else, was the cause of the crisis. So something that we all globally even fighting against. Then they just put more money, which stabilize the market. Liquidity is so important for cash markets and commodity markets and so on. And guys, for every bad news out there that you pick for yourself, think about it. And for that is the book Black Swan, very interesting, because it's saying also, we are tending to pick these informations that are actually underlying our opinion. So if you're in the opinion, hey, the markets should go down, so I see unemployment, I see people are on the streets, I see robberies, I see this and that. But on the other hand, if you would be more open, then you would say, okay, there's stimulus checks, first the low wages, more jobs that can go easily more back into the economy got lost. Then you see that the economy is reopening, so business is getting started, and in the end we will come out of the maybe even better, right? So this is what you have to understand. So always look very open. Don't try to have an opinion and be stubborn on this opinion so much that you lose on potential gains, right? So this is what's currently happening, and it's happening in a couple of dimensions. Dimension one, the Fed, obviously, then the government. We still have, and this is why this unemployment is not so strong yet into the economy, because people are getting checks, guys. People are getting paid. Some people are getting even more paid when they are employed rather than they are employed. So what's better than that, right? I don't go to work and I still get more money than I would go to work. So nothing changed for me, right? And this is the elements that are holding the markets up. More and more investors coming also on the board, guys. There's so many more investors that are putting just money into the market. Everywhere I see, I'm new to investing. I want to have this opportunity of the health crisis that is showing that the market is going down, and I want to just benefit from it. So all of this together is helping the market to be where it is. And for some companies, like for example Apple, it's at all-time high. This company is now at $1.4 trillion, guys. So crazy. I hope this was pretty clear. So let's have a look. There's obviously I always say there's two news that can even higher or drag lower the markets. And this is vaccine, which will, if there is news coming out next month, better clinical trials, or we have a vaccine that's really working and will be delivered to millions and millions of people worldwide towards the end of the year. Then we have like a horizon, okay? We know, companies know, companies can even act and say, hey, we need to cross until end of the year, and then we will have so much work because everything is compounded just in a single of the first months. So you have to understand that if we have this news, this will be another rocket ship of SpaceX of just all-time highs and all-time highs. I think this will be just unbelievable news. And on the other hand, as I said many times as well, there is this second wave, which is obviously also very dangerous, because if you're seeing all these people on the streets that can get caught on this health crisis, then I don't know. I have no, I'm not a doctor or anything like that, so I have no idea how this will end, but we still have time. As you can see here, you have to always understand that there's an incubation time for a health crisis. Okay, so people are, look how long it took to reach US, for example. Even though there was people infected in the US, it took a lot of time until it really spread out in the US. So you can see here, that's a quite interesting graphic that I found. So it can go either direction. Either it goes down and just dies out, which we have seen already with this kind of viruses. The H1N1 virus, for example, died out with time, or the last SARS virus just died out. So it's possible that it just dies out and we have no explanation for it, right? On the other hand, it also can quite impact again, and you see that the climbing cases, we should see then, it's not really clear, but it seems to be picking up mid of June until, like beginning of July, we should just see the first cases going up again. And then basically July, August, we should have the second peak of the second wave. So you see, it's always, again, it's time. It's nothing react overnight, even not on the stock market. Though the stock market can be very fast, it's also important to understand this, that it's really take time. Okay, so moreover, there's another good news. So if you have the eyes open, guys, then you see big good news. Okay, so here it is. By Thursday, Saudi Arabia and Russia should agree, maybe, hopefully, on a new output of the oil. This means that the oil market get more stability. And what does it mean? It means many industries will get a more stable price, hopefully a bigger price for the oil. And when the oil market is shaking, also the stock market is shaking. Okay, they're so correlated. It's like a network of finances. You have to understand that. You cannot understand it. Okay, so this is important also, that stable oil markets are also good for the market. So this is also important. Moreover, you really need to understand that these are baby steps to really normalization, okay? Reopening. People are out of lockdowns. Companies start to, create some business, create some revenues here and there. So more spending power. People are happy to go out and spend $1 or $2 here and there. And then, positive news on the health crisis or the oil markets are small steps to have a really interesting, stable fundament until we see what's happened if the stimulus gets switched off, right? This will be the big question. So these are the big risk factors for myself, stimulus checks getting vaporized out or used out. Then you have the Federal Reserve most probably always helping, but if there's a big second wave, then also the Fed and the money of the Fed will not really help to survive this pressure of sales. And especially now, as more and more retail investors are in, there is a chance to also people getting scared out of the market easier. I know it from myself when I invested a couple of years ago, and the market going down, that you are like, I rather save the market or my money, but it's proven tactics that it's better just to keep it and just buy the dip. And if you're having some long-term tips, then go for it. I not I'm not day trading really, and I'm not a day trading expert, so I don't know. I cannot say what happens next week, and I don't know what's happening in 1 month, but I know what's happening with the US and the world in a couple of months and years, which is, you know, we will recover. We will recover eventually, and we will be stronger. And this is how Warren Buffett and other big investors built the biggest fortunes ever seen on this planet, guys. And if you want to be successful, then you need to really think long term, guys. This is the only, if you have one takeaway, guys, think long term, okay? And even those people who are asking me, hey, what do you think about space 10% lower, and, you know, cool down. I'm in for a couple of years, so I'm really, as you see, proof. I'm not, you know, telling you anything that I'm not doing. You can follow it, and if you part of the membership, then obviously you see this also in the Discord chat. I'm, you know, sharing everything what I can with you to make you the better investor. And you know, in the end, it's always I always look into tips also from users, so it's like a give and take. And you know, I love that. And when we can make ourselves money by having so much fun on the stock market, you know, what can be a better job in the whole wide world, right? So thank you very much. Let me have a look into the comments, because this was a very long, but I think very interesting input into the stock market. If you liked it, make sure to thumb up this video, because this is helping the channel, obviously. And let's have a look what you guys wrote into the chat. So we have Austria here, we have Catalonia here, we have Brooklyn, we have Catalonia, we had people who scaled up in space, right? Then Istanbul. Then we have our member, the Saxophone Lounge, Hua Hing, and welcoming other people on space. So it seems like, you know, people are, you know, what I really love, that as more people are going also into space, you know, because they have thought about it already, or because they like the reasoning of my videos, that, you know, every of us has, you know, looked through videos and information and whatever we share in the group and so on. So this is super interesting here in the live chat. This is what I love about communities and networks that we're building to make, you know, the super interesting decisions on investments that can be out there, you know. So this is super interesting. We have Sydney. Then we have people asking if bullish on silver. Silver was a really good pick a couple of weeks or days ago. I think I made a vlog or a breaking news about that. So if you're interested, make sure to have a look. So we have people from Los Angeles here. Do you still have the curfew? Do you have still? Are you still not able to get out of the house as of this moment? This would be interesting to be answered by my US viewers here. People here distributing some lemons. Remember, if the live stream audience gives you lemons, then make lemonade. So, what else do we have? Let's go on vacation to Dubai. Yeah, I think when the community gets better and we all out of this COVID, we should have a user come together here in Dubai. This would be absolutely insane, guys. So there are people asking, and this is what I just said, but I love to remind you guys. Here's Jonas is asking, why would space be down 10% today? So obviously this kind of stock is very volatile because the volume of the trading is low. So, bigger selling or bigger buying can go, in either direction. And therefore, this is small companies, guys, huge reward, huge risks. But, thinking about all the opportunities out there for Virgin as of this moment, and interesting, guys, because it didn't went like many other stocks back to the highest point it was. Like, look at Tesla, went back to $900, right? So Virgin not yet went back to the $40 that they almost went into February, right? So this is also quite interesting. So what else do we have? People saying buy the dip, long term is best. Yeah, long term it's really, made so many things, so many people absolutely rich. It's so unbelievable. It's such a easy advice, but it's so hard to do, guys. It's one of the hardest part here to do in terms of investing. So we have people from Florida here, Norway, New York City. New York City still have its curfew. Atlanta has curfew. So then we have Tampa, Florida. And Xavier is saying space will pay the holidays. I love when stocks picks are going up, and then you are just celebrating and buying the products of the company with their gains. So for example, I invested into Beyond Meat in, I think it was February. I made a vlog about this on Beyond Meat Mondays as well. It was somewhere around 85. And, then I was buying, I think, 2 or 3 weeks Beyond Meat. And in the end, Beyond Meat paid for my Beyond Meat product, right? So that's always quite interesting. So thank you very much for watching. This was a very interesting stream. Super nice question. Thank you very much. Check out the membership. Go under the join button under the videos. Otherwise, I see you tomorrow. And I'm really having so much fun doing these live streams that's why I'm doing them every single day, and stay tuned, thumb up, and I see you just in a couple of hours, because I'm just going for sleep for a couple of hours, and then I'm back here on this channel. Make sure also to one more thing, guys, to check out and follow me on Instagram. And there's also a new Tesla vlog where I'm saying that Tesla's Cybertruck police car opportunity is a $2 billion opportunity. So make sure to check that out. Thank you very much for tuning in, and I see you tomorrow. Thank you.